So, everyone, we're here. Ready to roll?
Yep.
Okay. So, I want to teach you my version of how to set up the presentation and how to close the presentation. Okay. So, a couple of things I'd like you to take note on, and we're gonna start with the handout that says how to sell $4,000 orders. Okay. First thing. It says redefine your idea of big and small. What is small order to you? What is a big order for you? Right now, and don't put what you think I want you to say because you can kind of guess. But real for you, write down next to that what you consider a small sale. So you sell, that would be small. And then I want you to write down what you consider a big sale. Like what set or what package would you consider to be a big sale? Hey Carlos, I sold big. Did you sell small or big today, Claire? Oh no, today was big. Why? Tell me what the minimum has to be for it to be big for you to say, that's Carlos, that's a big set, Carlos, or big sale. So small then big. Give me 10 seconds. And don't write what I think, just what your gut tells you, what your experience tells you, your current reality with that. Give me another 5 seconds. Small, and then what's big? What's the minimum for big? What's small? What'd you write down for small?
Space saver.
Space saver. Ross, what'd you sell for small?
$1,000.
$1,000, okay. Dawson, I just met you. So what do you put down for small?
500 to 750.
500 to 750. Okay. What's the average order with Cutco? Do you guys know?
300.
About, give or take 300. Okay. Maddie, what's small for you?
I put 350.
350. Okay. So it depends. Now ready? Who put big? Our homemaker. Okay. And it probably means you haven't sold many homemakers. I would say either 0 or less than 20.
Okay.
Right? Right? So part of how to sell $4,000 orders is understanding a couple things. And this isn't even part of this handout, but I want you to think about the homemaker, the signature, and the complete for a second, okay? My office has this memorized. You don't have to, but you have to understand the homemaker is for people who have to cook, okay? That's what we teach in training. I'm going to teach you something a little bit different today. I still believe this, but I'm going to teach you how to package it differently. That's a big part of what I'm going to show you is different packaging and presentation to a customer. So this is if you have to cook. What does it mean if you have to cook? Yeah, who has to cook? People who have what?
To eat?
When you have kids versus what?
Just me.
Yeah, you don't. Of course you cook to eat, right? Have to cook means I have kids. Like to cook means I have to cook, but once a month I have a party. You see that? So I want to frame it. So homemaker, have to cook, and you can take notes on this. Right on that sheet. Homemakers have to cook. If you have kids, that's what that means. Homemakers, if you have to cook, and this isn't how you present it to the customer. This is me. This is Jeff talking to you, the rep, saying, this is anyone who has to cook needs this to get in and out of the kitchen. This is a basic car. No fancy rims, no tinted windows, stock engine, nothing fancy. Vanilla, like plain. Have to cook. This is the signature. This is if you like to cook. Like to cook means I have to cook, but once a month I throw a what? Throw a party. Okay. But like only once a month because you wouldn't want to have that many people over. You don't want to cook that much. That's likes to cook. Okay. And does anyone know how many extra tools the homemaker has versus the signature?
I think it's like 4.
Yeah, you guys don't know. Okay, good. I didn't know how to teach this a lot. It's only 3 more. Okay, it's 3 more. It's the Hardy slicer, the Santoku, and the cheese knife. Okay. Then, it also comes with the scissors. And what can you do with the table knives?
2 more.
You can get 2 more, but what can you do with the table knives?
You get steak knives.
You upgrade them to the steak knives. That's a big one, okay? Then there's the complete set. And you can write this into your notes. These are for people who love to cook or only buy the best when they buy something. There's some people who hate cooking, but when they buy, they only buy the top of the line. And they'll get a complete too. So one more time. Homemakers, if you what? Have to everyone. So what is it? Have to cook, which means you have kids. This is where you participate. Have to cook means you have kids. Okay. Like to cook means you have to cook, but once a month you throw a
Party.
right. This is if you absolutely love to cook, or you only buy the absolute best. And this one has the homemaker, all the meat, and all the veggie knives. And notice I didn't go through every single one because you lose customers if you try to explain too much. So it's a basic homemaker, meat, and veggies. That's all you have to say. We'll cover. That's just the basics, and it also has the scissors. I have reps that, by the way they present, customers will say, "Well, Claire, honey, I just want the homemaker, but I gotta have those scissors, so I'll take the signature, just for the scissors." Okay, oh, you know what? I really need those steak knives. Well, they only come in the bigger two, so they'll get a signature or complete. Okay, that's just the kind of a groundwork. So we need to change. Well, back to the handout. We need to change what's considered big or small for you. Number two, you need to think that a homemaker set is small. Okay, a homemaker set is small. If you work at BMW, if you work at Kia, if you work at Toyota, if you work at Ford, doesn't matter. What are you trying to sell? Mela, what are you selling? A car. Car. Okay. A homemaker is just a car. A signature is a car with nicer features. A complete set. You guys see what I'm saying? So don't get pumped up and thinking about how a homemaker works for a customer. I want you to write this down. I cannot think like a college student. In my training, you'll hear, don't think, speak, or act like a college student. But I'm just going to have you write down. I cannot think like a college student. Let me give you some other perspective before we do this. A homemaker is 1212. A signature is about 1800 with table knives. A complete's about 2400 with table knives. Not even steak knives. Okay? Roughly. Complete, signature, homemaker. Does anyone know the payment plans? Roughly $259 with steak knife table.
Table knives, that's out of tax.
Okay, so let's call it 3.7. I'm just making up a number, okay? And then the complete 5 something, okay? Okay. Does anyone know per week? 64, right? Roughly, okay? So part of what's important is making sure you draw a lot of what Carlos and Sean tell you to write for the customer. Because something you don't realize is when you write something down, and you write down 12, you go, Mrs. Jones, it should be how much? $4,000, but it's not only how much? 12, what do you do? What's happening to the number? Right, $259. And Mrs. Jones, that works out to about $64 a week in the budget. Could you swing $64 a week? What's happening to the number? Okay, let's say they say no to that. That's okay. Don't throw that piece of paper away. The next piece of paper is going to have a smaller number. Mrs. Jones, that's 900. It works out to something a month, and that's only 50 a week. Mrs. Jones, does that look a lot better for you? You're going to have customers all the time and say, you know, Claire, honey, I mean, for just a little bit more, we'll just get that one. But if you don't write it down and keep them all out, they just look at the one you're showing. Okay? Customers are smarter than you with money because they have way more money and paying way more bills than you do. So they see value. Who said the value of value? Right? That's what you said. So keep all the sheets out so they can just say, you know, I mean, I'll get that homemaker, Claire, but if your scholarship, I mean, does it help you if we get a little bit? Okay, we'll help you. Because what's that to a customer? $64? If I'm a mom and dad, 2 or 3 kids, if I go to, I love you at Chipotle. Love Chipotle. That thing's $9, $10. Roughly, right? With the meal, chips, drink, okay. If I have mom and dad, 2, 3 kids, $64 gets me to Chipotle. Not TGI Fridays, not Shula's Steakhouse over here, not Edison on the water by the park, not that. This gets you Chipotle. Can someone who owns a home get Chipotle for their kids? The answer is yes, okay? What's this? A little bit more than Chipotle. You still can't go to Fridays. You guys have Fridays around here? Did you have Fridays? You still can't. You can't take 2 to 3 kids, mom and dad, out for $94. So it's Chipotle, and then you went for some frozen yogurt, froyo, and something to that effect. Okay. Maybe you can maybe go to Applebee's here, right? Or Fridays for all endless apps. Get that up, endless apps. Okay, this is a mom and dad's. What am I trying to just show you before I even start the big orders? What am I trying to show you? Well, what am I trying to show you? This is where you talk. This is where you speak. Yeah, they can afford it. They can afford it. They can afford the whole book. But you have to see that and make sure you lay the prices out. This past weekend, we had reps all the time where the customer said no. Most of our sets sold in Fort Lauderdale are no's. They're all no's. They're people that said no. But then they went down and down and down, and they see all these numbers, and they go, well, that's a stupid deal. Why would I pay that? I don't even get a homemaker. Because when my reps present it, a homemaker is what you need to get by in the kitchen. So why would I get something smaller when for only a little bit more, for 64, I can get at least the homemaker. But if you think the homemaker's big, people don't see it that way. Right? So the biggest thing, and I want you to write down, homemaker equals a car that just runs with 4 wheels. That's it. So you got to get them a car, not just the car with 2 wheels, which is here. Or let me just get them a car, but forget the wheel. Let's just get them a car. That's here. That's a studio. What the heck do you do with a studio? We're ready? Let me just get 3 or 4 pieces. What do you do with 3 or 4 pieces? And have you done the math? What a waste of money for 3 or 4 people. Who's done the math and you go, what's 300 or 400 bucks? You're paying $60 a month. $60 a month to get 3 pieces on a 5-month payment plan. You guys know that? So $300 for 3 knives. It's about $60 a month on the payment plan. For $60 a month, if they can afford $60 a month, and you have a customer that has purchased 3 pieces, raise your hand if you've had customers buy just 3 pieces. What a terrible deal we just helped them get. Because for $60 a month, if they can afford $60 that month, could they probably afford $60 that week? Let's be real. Yeah. So why didn't we didn't sell them a homemaker? And that's the car. We sell them the tire and the pipe and the engine, but that's it. Am I rewiring how you look at it a little bit? Like that's the first thing to sell. And some of you have still sold homemaker signatures and completes, and you still don't think of it the right way. Wait till you start rewiring how you present. Okay, that's the first part. Next part. Have a conversation with yourself and arrive at one sentence. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. Carlos, when you get a chance, we're documenting some of this. And Sean, can you just check to make sure the video's going? It went out, or maybe it's just on sleep.
It's good.
Okay. You not only have to say it, but you have to internalize it. And in fact, it even says here, think the last time you had a big exam. If you had to take it over again, you probably wouldn't do well. Why? Think about it. How many of you had an exam where you did well and you studied real hard? If you had to take the same exact exam, why wouldn't you do well the next time?
Because I was only worried about that one.
Yeah, you're not really, it's not in all the way through, and you have to say it every time, okay? And then have a conversation with yourself to find out how it just makes sense for people to have Cutco Kitchen. So Cutco Kitchen is defined as a knife set, pots and pans, forks and spoons. Oh, I wouldn't get a kitchen. That's just too much. Do you cut your food? If you own a home and you have to cook for kids, do you cut your food?
Yes.
Okay. Do you just use your hands to eat the food? What do you eat with?
Table knives.
Yeah, and do you just put the food onto the stove, straight onto the hot plate? Onto the hot stove? What do you put the food into? Pots and pans. So what does everyone need? Knives, forks and spoons, and pots and pans. But I wouldn't get a whole kitchen. You have a whole kitchen. It's just terrible. Are they light bulbs of how you're thinking right now? Some of you, they wouldn't get a kitchen. They have a kitchen. Before you walked in, they have a kitchen. They don't really cook. Yeah? What are the pots and pans there for? So just think of it that way. I'm going to stop there. Redefine. Any light bulbs real quick? What are the light bulbs? What are your light bulbs?
Like, because when I walk in, I'm like, they got tons of knives, and especially when I was thinking about when I first heard about that we had cookware and junk, I was like, well, how do I even talk about that crap? It's like, why would they bother buying pots and pans with knives?
Have you right? Don't think like a
college kid.
Okay. So anyone thinking a little bit differently? So let's go to the second one. Plant the seed. Okay. And I'll show how to work these in later. Mrs. Jones, all of our best discounts for preferred customers start at $1,500. So I want you to think about what I just said. Mrs. Jones and we have sweet deals and discounts, Miss Claire, today. And for preferred customers like you that I'm seeing this week, our discounts start at $1,500. So if I'm a mom, the discount is how much? So what am I thinking that the sale is? More than $1,500. It's all reference, okay? You guys see that light bulb over there? So if you say Mrs. Jones, and I'm going to show you the contest, we have some discounts. In fact, some of our best discounts go up to $1,500 off. A discount should be a small portion of the number. 1,500 is a small portion of probably $3, $4, $5, or up to $10,000. Okay, so Just frame of reference. Number 2, show customer orders. People feel confident with people that buy that much. So you'll see in my blue book, and I know you guys we don't have order forms. We have one order form. But what I like to do is I like to take, and Carlos can get you a photocopy of this. I like to take orders of people who bought $3,000 or $4,000, $5,000 orders. Put the name, no address, no credit card, but I like to put the name, what they wrote, and how much it cost. And what this does, it shows on Rollo how much you had to pay. Okay, and you'll see later, I pull out orders and I say, Mr. Jones, let me show you. I don't even, before I even start the presentation, I'm showing them $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 orders. What am I trying to show them? What am I trying to give to them?
Confidence.
Ready? Proof. Okay? So far so good? And letter C, this is a big one. This kind of sets up everything. When planting seeds, circle law of contrast. This is really big. The law of contrast. This is why when you understand this, you sell more just because you set it up by the law of contrast. Anytime you compare one thing to another, it'll make the smaller thing look small. That's why you're right, Mrs. Jones. You're talking over how much? $4,000. Now what happens? $3,435, and it's on sale $1,099. But the homemaker's only $12.12. Just because you said $4,000 first and threw it there, it already makes $12.12 look smaller. Law of contrast. Hey mom, can I get $100? Are you crazy? Can I just get 20 then? I can give you 20. If you want $20, don't ask for 20. Ask for 100, then ask for 20 later. Why? What's 20 now?
Smaller.
Law of contrast. You guys see that? Okay. Any light bulbs?
Yeah.
Okay. Some people liked, and this is my phrase that pays, and it's on the other handouts. This is my key phrase to create. Mom, I want 100. Okay, I'll just take 20. You know, some people like to stock their entire kitchen and buy gifts for the holiday season, or some just pick a small set for themselves. Mrs. Jones, you know, some people like to buy a Cutco, stock their whole kitchen with Cutco, or buy gifts for the whole holiday season, or some will just buy a small set. A small set for me is a homemaker signature complete. So if I have a mom that says, "Oh, no," you know, moms that don't even know what's going on, they haven't seen it yet, but they're already saying no. Who's had that? Oh, no, I just. Okay, Mrs. Jones, don't worry. People won't. You don't have to buy a kitchen, but most people like you will just get a small set, homemaker signature complete. And you'll have customers that go, you know, honey, I'd love to help you. I just want to start off with cut. Let's take that medium one. That signature, we'll just get that to start because you frame reference. Because if you stop thinking like a college student, you'll realize that people can cut. I should have done this before. Sorry, I'm gonna go back. 1212, 1800, 2400. You know what that is? 13-inch, fat 15-inch, 17-inch MacBook Pro. The ones you see right here. This computer is a 13-inch. This is about 1200 with a student discount. Right? How many of you have friends of your age that have these computers? So is it a big deal? That's like another appliance. Getting a kitchen is like getting a pool, a small pool, or a deck, a small deck. I'll say it again. Getting one of these three, just the knives, is like getting a normal Apple laptop, which by the way is the number one selling laptop in the world, and everyone has them. Okay, why do people buy those versus the $300 Target Acer ones? You get what you pay for, okay? These are laptops. A kitchen is a small deck or a small pool. These are laptops. A kitchen is just a small deck or a small pool. Raise your hand if you've been to a customer's house and they have a small deck or a small pool. They spent the same money on that as you would on a Cutco kitchen. And how often will we use that? Not every day. How often do you use Cutco?
Every day.
How often do you put food into a pot? How often do you need a utensil to put the food in your mouth? Unless you're a savage animal. Okay. So one more time. Some people like to stock their entire kitchen and buy all their gifts for the next holiday season, or just pick up a set for themselves. Some people like to get the kitchen, or some will just get a small set. What's that? The law of contrast. So far, so good? Okay, next one. Focus on selling sets. Say the word set on every presentation. Here's my little cheat sheet for saying the word set. Anytime you say the word Cutco, say the word sets after. Mrs. Jones, I'm going to show you Cutco sets. Right. Cutco sets have been manufactured since 1949. We sell over $200 million worth of Cutco sets. You keep saying to Mrs. Jones for the guarantee for your Cutco set. I just opened up the book here. Let's see. Where does it say Cutco? Mrs. Jones, the first part of your Cutco set is the paranoid. The next part of your Cutco set. This is the guarantee for Cutco set. Cutco set guarantee. That way you're always saying set. So then the customer already infers and is inferred to and understands that you sell what? We don't sell pieces. Because Mrs. Jones, I wouldn't sell you a tire and just a steering wheel. I would sell you a car. It's the car. So far, so good? So say the word sets. Letter B, 3B. I'll give you my card to tape on the back of your wood block. That's a little bit more advanced, but what happens is if you sell a car or a house, something that's more of an investment that people use every day and spend more money on, right? Would you agree that's an investment? Well, Cutco's an investment too. A laptop's an investment. Those professional salespeople will always give you their card. Why? To buy more, and they'll also do what? You'll also service and refer them to other people. Okay? So that's just more advanced, but I want you to at least know that's how you should look at selling someone a Cutco kitchen or even just a set, that you did them a service like that. Letter C, people don't buy Cutco because they understand what you're selling. They buy because they feel understood. But more importantly, people don't buy Cutco. They buy two things. They buy your enthusiasm and your belief. So if you really believe that a homemaker is just a car, if you really believe that a kitchen is just a pool or a deck, it's easy to sell these. Okay. And when I get to the script part, I'm just doing all the setup. The script part's the easiest part. You just read it and rehearse it. Okay. Last thing, letter D, 3D. Now I'm going to show you our different sets. We have large sets for people who love to cook, medium sets for people who cook because they have to, and small sets for people who do nothing at all, like me. That's the homemaker. Mrs. Jones, I'll show you our sets today. We have sets for people who love to cook, people who, they have to cook. Because what did I say before? The homemaker. Watch. The homemaker, I said, is if you have to cook. What did I say the signature was? Like to cook, which means once a month, what do you do? Throw a party. This is that you absolutely love to cook. But the way I'm going to frame it, that was how I want you to know what it is. Miss Amelia, just we do have sets for people who love to cook. Okay? And we also have sets for people who have to cook. And then also, we have sets for people who don't cook. How many of you have had a customer that says, no, honey, I won't get it. We don't really cook. Okay, great. That's a homemaker. Because you got to cut your food. You guys understand what I'm saying? So this is how I'm going to frame it. This is how it really is. This is when I'm speaking to you. This is if you have to cook. This is if you like to cook. This is if you love to cook. I'm going to reference it to the customer. Love to cook. If you have to cook, and if you don't cook at all, and you need knives, just knives, you get a car. You don't want a fancy car. You don't want a fast car. You don't want a showy car. You want a comfortable car. You see a car, get point A to point B. That's our homemaker. So what are the starter sets? Ready? Gifts. Okay, what's the galley? Gifts. What's the studio? Gifts. What's the space saver for the boat? You guys see that? Questions so far? I'm going to other ways to sell sets. Last one. So sell lots of table knives. Okay. When is it best to strike? When the iron's what? Hot. What does that mean? What does that mean? Strike when the iron's hot. Who can tell me? What's strike? Quick, Mr. Ross. Yeah, when enthusiasm is low or high? Which one?
High.
Yeah, when it's really high. So if you want to sell sets, you got to get people excited about table knives and steak knives. That's how it works. People are excited about steak knives and table knives. So when is the excitement highest for a table knife? When you do what? When you cut the leather. So let's say Mrs. Jones cut through the leather, pretend. At that moment, her excitement for a table knife is higher than it's ever going to be. So you strike when the iron's hot. Go ahead. Okay, Mrs. Jones, go ahead. Aren't those great? That's the best demonstration. Not food. Take out food. Of all the non-food things we cut, there's penny. That's cool, but that's kind of a trick. When you think of a cut, that's a cool trick. The rope's impressive. Who's ever cut the leather? And the customer's like, oh my gosh, that's so exciting. So one more time, watch. Mrs. Jones, go, here's the leather. Okay, aren't those great? Yeah, that's why they come in all of our sets. So I'll say it right there. Oh my gosh, like in the customer's mind, wow, it's amazing. And I'm hearing, oh, you like that? Yeah, they come in all the sets. I'm thinking, oh, I gotta get a set because I want that. So strike while the iron's hot. You guys see that? Oh, you like that, Mrs. Jones? Yeah, that's right. I don't sell basic anything. You know what's a basic? What's the basic?
Homemaker.
What's the basic mean versus a +8 or versus +12? Go ahead.
There's no table knives.
No table knives. Who's ever had a customer ask, "What's that?" And you go, right? You don't want to sell that one. Why? It's less. But I believe everyone should have a table knife. Ask me what this one is, Claire. You're Miss Claire.
Okay. What about the basic homemaker?
Oh, this one. Oh no, this is if they want to put the table knives in the drawer.
I'm dead. I'm dead. They want to put it
You're
in the
not
drawer.
dead. You're not dead. You're alive.
Oh no! He said
Mrs.
you get
Jones?
the knives.
Oh, Mrs. Jones, no. This is if people want to put the table knives in the drawer or keep them in the dishwasher. Oh. Because ready? To me, the table knives are like the wheels. You don't sell a car without wheels. So they're just set up differently, but you always sell the wheels. Okay, and strike while the iron's hot. Mrs. Jones, you like that? Oh, Miss Claire. Yeah, that's why they come in all of our sets. You can either put them in the block or in the drawer. So no more basics. So far, so good. Last one. When you talk about the ultimate set, okay, Mrs. Jones, whenever you're referencing this one, this is the set, the only set that comes with enough table knives. I'll explain what that means. This is the only set that comes with enough table knives. How many table knives does it come with? Yeah, 12. What does that mean? What's an average family? How many kids? Two or three kids. And how many parents? Usually. 2. So how many people is that? 4, 5, or 6. Okay? So you got 5 or 6 table knives that you eat with. You got another 4 or 5, 6 in the dishwasher getting ready to be cleaned. You rotate them. That's why it's enough. Okay? So if you understand how table knives work and how you present them, think like a family and not like a college student. You guys only have enough forks and spoons for one place setting for one meal for your family? Right? How many, Claire, you have dad, how many people in your family total?
5.
5, okay. You have 5 forks and 5 spoons? So why would you have 5 table knives? You need 10, 12 plus, okay? That's another thing. And then last thing, on the bottom, it says add on table knives to every set. Some people like to put them in a block, some people keep them in the drawer, and I didn't put this into the sheet, but I'll have you write this down. Whenever someone buys any set of Cutco, and ideally Homemaker Signature Complete, I always ask them, are those enough table knives, or did you need another 4, 8, or 12? So I'll sell Homemaker plus 20s all the time. What? I'll sell Homemaker plus 20s all the time. Or plus 16s all the time. Plus 16s. What? Well, you got the 8 table knives, another 8 in the dishwasher. You don't have 5 spoons in your family. You don't need 5 table knives. You have multiple. How many, roughly, if you were to go to your drawer, how many sets of the forks and spoons, roughly?
They came in sets of 5, probably like 3 or 4.
So 20.
Yeah.
So why would you have 20 knives to match? So Homemaker plus 8 is only 8. You need 16. Is that a light bulb? So I always ask, even if they just get a Homemaker, let's say all the stuff I'm teaching you gets you to a Homemaker plus 8. I'll say, oh, Miss Claire, did you want the 8 or did you want 4, 12, and 16? Did you want 8 or did you want to make it 12 or 16? I go, what? Oh, because you have multiple sets. You don't just have 5 knives, and 5 forks, and 5 spoons. So you have dishwasher. If you say that confidently, people will go, oh, I see that. Any questions so far? Okay. Next page. Last one. Present with confidence and consistency. Present with confidence and consistency. So what percentage of the time do you even ask a customer to spend $4,000 or invest $4,000 or more? Probably in this group, never. Some of you, a couple. Has anyone sold a 4,000 or larger order yet? Okay. You have, right? Close? Yeah. You have, okay. Do you ask your customers? Because what's the worst case that happens, everyone?
They say no.
They say no, and you get a no out of the way, and anything smaller is just going to be cheaper anyway. Okay? How many times are you asking the customers to buy everything in the book? Practice increasing that number. More important than the words is how you say it. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Think about your voice tone when you're asking what time it is. Claire, ask me confidently for the time.
What time is it?
Yeah, what time is it? Not, hey, excuse me, Claire, what time is it? No, hey, what time is it? So, Ms. Jones, did you want to get 4,000? Say that the same way you would ask what time it is. Okay. Okay, Carlos, what time is it? Hey, Miss Carlos, did you want to get the homemaker today? Not, did you want to get the homemaker today? Whenever you go up, you lose confidence. Mrs. Jones, did you want to get the homemaker today? Mrs. Jones, did you want to get the homemaker today? Mrs. Jones, would 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock be better for you? No confidence? Miss Claire, would 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock be better for you? So don't go up, go down. So far, so good? Okay, I'll stop there before we go to the next two handouts, and the rest is pretty easy here. What are you taking from this first portion of how to sell bigger orders and setting up our small, medium, large clothes? And even in the two guys in the back, you haven't seen this from me, so. Mindset is key of how you view things. What else? Even Sean and Carlos, Amelia, Alex, and assistants, reps, Maddie, anyone, rep. What else are you taking from this?
I would ask for them or put it in that's just about buying bigger sets.
Yeah, it's called framing. Right? Whatever they think is big. How many of you have ever had a customer that says, "Oh no, that's just too much"? It's what you told them. They don't know anything you're about to say until you say it. So if something is too much, whose fault is it? Theirs or ours? It's our fault that they think something is big by what we say or didn't say, or said or did not say rather. Sean.
Keeping every set on the same paper and showing the weekly price and only how it's like $10 more.
Yeah, showing all the different paint. That's why when you call into Carlos or Alex or Sean or anyone, you got to write all the prices down, but don't throw them away. Keep them around. And I always write at the top homemaker, and then whatever I'm breaking down. Galley, whatever I'm breaking down. So many homemakers are sold by people who drop down, but then the reps explain, Mrs. Jones, that's not really good value. And they went up to the homemaker. Okay, beautiful. So far, so Carlos, what are you taking from this, or what would you like to emphasize?
64, 96, and 120. Just how like can't even take a can with Applebee's with like $96. So true.
Yeah.
And if they have $60 this month.
I just took Carlos, where did we go? Fat Noodle. You guys been to Fat Noodle on your campus?
Never heard of
It's
that.
like Asian food. Okay? We had one appetizer and 2 bowls of ramen. And we didn't even have a beer, we didn't have soda, we just had just those 3 items. How much did we drop? Do you remember how much we dropped? 50, 60 bucks. And I didn't go, Carlos, man, we gotta get out of here. I said, that was pretty good. It was a cool snack. Actually, we call it, we went right after the gym. It's a snack. Because that's what people who own a home and people who are adults do. They can spend 50, 60 bucks on 2 people for a meal like that. So don't think like a college student when you're showing the sets. Okay. Real quick, 30 seconds. I want to stand up. 30 seconds. All right. 30 seconds.
Do what? Oh, stretch.
Just to stretch out. Yes, my man. Stretch. Quick stretch.
He didn't finish the statement. I was very confused.
So right up
All right, go see. All right. Next one, advanced rapport building. Okay. I can't teach you how to close unless I teach you how to start. That's the part I think a lot of people don't realize with selling Cutco. People think, oh, Jeff's going to teach them how to close big. You have to start big to close big. Okay? That's the first thing I'll teach you. In fact, I'll have you right at the top of the sheet. You need to start big if you want to sell big. Because I use the comment, or I use the term framing. We have to frame everything up until we ask for it. Okay? You have to frame everything before you ask for the order. So that's what we're going to do here in this first part. I'm going to show you, and I sent Carlos pictures already. He'll forward it to Sean, and they'll both forward it to your WhatsApp groups or to your text message. So don't worry about the order. It's all in the manual anyway. And I'm just going to show you real quick. So just food for thought, maybe a run through. So these are big orders of people who already spent $3,000 or higher. And you can just get a photo. This is an actual copy, but you can get a photocopy from Carlos or Sean, and any one of your customers. You just need their name, and then break down the total, all the pricing down here, so they see what was spent. And I like to highlight or circle the total number at the bottom. So this one would be $1,315, and it's only a homemaker. Okay, it's a laptop. Then you have your normal book that starts with the goals. You guys know this with your goals. Then you have the SC2 push levels, which you have already. Then I have the trophies, and the record breaker. This one is going to be blank, and I like to put personal goals here. Okay, these are goals, for example, I want to save for school, or whatever your personal goals are, and I like to do pictures with that. Then here's the All-American Scholarship, and keep in mind, some of you don't have this. This is key. If you're talking on the approach, what's the word that keeps coming all on the phone approach?
Scholarship.
But some of you don't even show the brochure, so how does that work? So you're there for a scholarship appointment and you mentioned it once and you never see it again. That's smart. If the whole approach is about a scholarship, what should you show and magnify? The scholarship. So some of you don't even do this. How many? And raise your hand to admit it. It's okay. How many of you don't do this? Yet you spent the whole time trying to get in based on a scholarship, but you're not showing how the scholarship works and make it about a scholarship. You know what you just did? You just manipulated the customer. So don't manipulate customers. Ask about the appointment for a scholarship and get them excited about a scholarship because you're there. I mean, you can win a scholarship, and it's not about the money. It's about the resume experience and the standings, okay? Then, later on, you have this brochure for Leadership Academy and talking about how this can help your future. And then you have your regular book. So far, so good. Then, you go all the way through. Regular book, it's got the fold. You guys know the fold out. Okay. Right after the fold out, I just gave this to you. You have the pamphlet for the whole kitchen. Okay. Then you have the smaller sets. Okay. Notice, mine's clipped together. I have a paper clip. Why?
So it'll actually open.
I don't want the smaller sets to ever open, unless it's time. How many of you have ever opened to the smaller ones by accident and they go, "Oh, what's that?" And you go, "Nothing." Nothing. That is nothing. Okay, so paperclip that, and then the small, medium, large that I gave you is in the back. Okay, so you'll get a picture with all this, so you can put your books together after the meeting. So let's go through the approach here. Advanced rapport building. Every time you say the word Cutco, what word do you say after?
Sets.
Okay. The same way with that. Every time you say the word appointment, it should always be preceded by scholarship. So, say Cutco, sets after. When you say appointment, say scholarship before. Miss Maddie, I need to do 15 scholarship appointments before this Friday, and unfortunately, Miss Cordero, I only have 3 scholarship appointments. So if you could squeeze me in for a quick scholarship appointment, that would really help me out, because the more scholarship appointments I do, the better. If you keep saying scholarship, you're tying it in. It should be automatic. Cutco sets, scholarship appointments. What is it again? What kind of sets?
Cutco.
Cutco sets, right? And what kind of appointments?
Scholarship appointments.
Okay. Number 1. Mrs. Jones. Well, number 1 says all about the scholarship. Say the word scholarship before the word appointment. I'll skip that next part. Go to number 2. Who's been to or seen me virtually at my SLDM, my Sales Leadership Development meeting? Okay, so this is just a review of how I open my presentation. If you remember, what do I do in the beginning? To start
Open
the
your
book.
book and then you close it.
Good, Brock, right? Yeah, you were at the video. Open and close, okay? When you open up this book, it represents you trying to sell them something, okay? When you close it, it means you're not trying to sell them something, just like by body language. So when I start the presentation, look at number 2. I'm building rapport. That means chit-chat in the beginning. And how many of you have ever had an appointment where it was really easy to chit-chat in the beginning, but then right when you got to trying to sell and try to do a presentation, it felt kind of funky? Like I can sell Cutco, and once they get into the cutting, it's really awesome. I can chit-chat, but that right there is a little weird. Who's ever had a customer and you start and it's kind of, "Hi, Miss Claire. Okay, well, let's get started." And you're reading your book, and you can kind of catch them in the corner of your eye, and they're not saying anything, but you can feel that they're saying in their head, almost they're judging you. They're going, "What is this?" Have you ever had a customer look at you and they were given the hell are you doing look? What does this job look? I can't believe you're selling knives look. Okay? It's because that's how we started the presentation. Chit chat, then it was awkward, and we come across as the college student that got suckered into selling knives like the other students for the summer. Versus what I'm going to show you is a different way to approach it. And no, Mrs. Jones, I'm choosing to be here. No, Mrs. Jones, I'm selling Cutco because I can make my own income, and there's a leadership academy that can help my skills, and I'm gaining things from this. I don't want any of my customers to think I got suckered into anything. And I came up with this because, well, my dad was a doctor, and if you mention my name, everyone knew my dad. And I had people, when I first started, they would look at me and go, honey, does your dad know you're doing this? It's kind of embarrassing, isn't it? Like, does your dad know you're this job? But when I started doing it like this, it was oh, that's smart. Hey, this is a great job if you do it like this. So watch. So you start the presentation. So Miss Klein, everything's good with the family?
Yeah, everything's great.
Okay, great. Well, let's get started. Okay. Actually, I'm sorry. Before we do, can I just say thank you? I just want to say thanks for seeing me today. And notice what I did. I opened up, and I even apologized, almost as if to say, "That was so rude. My bad. I'm so sorry." And what do I say next? What does it say? I'm so sorry. Can I just say thank you? And ... Notice there's no script on what to say, and you genuinely thank the customer for what you're appreciative for. Miss Claire, I just want to say, I'm sorry, before I start, can I just say thank you? Can I say thanks for seeing me today? I made 100 calls on Sunday, and only 16 people lined up with me. So I want to say thanks for seeing me today. Or, Miss Amelia, I've been on the road all day. Thanks for that sandwich. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what I'd do if I didn't have that sandwich. Or, Mr. Sohan, Miss Susan, thanks for being so nice. You guys are my favorite neighbors, and I really appreciate you seeing me. So always close the book and start with a thank you. Then, I'm going to show you a product called Cutco today. Have you heard of it? Okay. And ready? It's either yes or no. Whether they've heard of it or not that's not important. What's important is your response, because that will show to them if you're the college student that got suckered into selling knives, or you're a smart person choosing something good for you. Right? Let's say we'll do no the first time.
Okay.
So Ms. Claire, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. I'm going to show you a product called Cutco today. Have you heard of it before?
No, I haven't.
No. Okay, well, this stuff is awesome, and I can't wait to show it to you. Everyone loves this, and everyone's buying at least a set. This stuff is awesome. My response shows I believe in my product, not I'm a sucker college student. Right? Or, if you don't do that, oh, you haven't heard of it? Okay, well, it's nice. Okay, let's say they say yes. So, Miss Claire, I'm going to show you a product called Cutco today. Have you heard of it?
Yes, actually.
So you know how awesome this is. Okay. Everyone I've been showing it loves it and is buying at least a set. What am I doing? I'm framing. I'm also showing enthusiasm. So they know I believe in the product. Not, I'm a college student that got suckered to sell the knives. So far, how many of you already feel like you could start your presentation a little bit better? Okay. Open, close the book. Then, next, Miss Claire, I'm not a knife salesperson. I want to start off with that. Okay. So this is where you kind of keep it real with the customer. I'm not a knife salesperson. Why I'm working with Cutco is because it's helping me gain some really great resume experience for pre-med, and I want to be a doctor, but I want to run my own practice like Dad did, so that's why I'm doing this for the experience, and I can make my own money so I can actually pay for stuff. Okay? So do you mind if I share some of my goals with you? Okay. How's that start now? Versus, you have this chit-chat, you open up the book, and then you start reading the book, and there's nothing genuine about it, and they think you're just selling Cutco knives to sell knives, which is inherently weird. Right? If you think about it, what do you sell? Kitchen cutlery. Well, it's a little strange, and before you get into it, okay? Takeaways from that, or add-ons from the back. What are your light bulbs from just how to start the presentation? Alex.
Just being genuine about
Yeah, and ready? Practice this part. Right? I'll do it without stopping. So, Miss Claire, the kids are good and everything's good with soccer? Okay. Miss Claire, let's get started, okay? All right. I'm sorry, before we do, can I just say thank you? I want to say thanks for letting me come over today. I made 80 calls on Sunday for this contest, and I only set up about 13 appointments, and you're one of the nicest people to set with me. So thanks, Miss Claire, I really appreciate it. I'm going to show you a product today called Cutco. It's for the kitchen. It's for staffing your whole kitchen with great products. Have you heard of it today?
Yeah, actually.
You have? Okay, so you know how awesome it is. In fact, everyone I'm showing it to loves it. They all at least buy a set, if not get a whole kitchen. So I'll talk about that in a little bit. But I'm not a kitchen salesperson. I'm not a knife salesperson. The reason I'm doing Cutco is not because of the knives, but because I'm a pre-med major, and they have these awesome opportunities to gain experience. And I'm going to be real with you. I really like making money on my own instead of Dad giving me money, and I can pay for my own stuff. So that's really why I got into it. But do you mind if I share some of my goals with you? Okay, cool. Let me share some of my goals. Then you go to your manual. I know where half of you, your backgrounds, you don't need to work. I didn't. Right? But so I didn't make it about selling knives. I made it about the experience. So just use that. It's really easy. So far so good? Okay. You mind if I share some of my goals with you? That's going to be normally this part. You guys know this part on page 1 of your tree. You don't have to pull it up. Page 1 right here. And you say right here, Mrs. Jones, do you mind if I share some of my goals with you? And you go into these goals. So let me show you how we do that. Miss Clark, do you mind if I share some of my goals with you? Okay, and it's all in the handout. First of all, I have my Fast Start contest. So I'll build up and I'll talk about this Fast Start contest. Then I'll talk about the President's Club letter. Okay. Then I'll share some personal goals. Mrs. Jones, can I share with you some of my personal goals? And then I'll talk about the SC2 push and how I'm trying to win some of these levels. Mrs. Jones, let's see how you can turn it sideways. So Miss Claire, what I'm excited about is hitting all these different levels in my contest period. My goal right now is to sell $15,000 for the push period. I'm already at $13,214. It's my last day today. So I want to share with you, I'm really excited about where I'm going. And these prizes are great. I'm really trying to get to at least $12,500 because then I get to go to this conference in Atlanta where I'm going to network with the region manager and I'm trying to gain some business contacts and more importantly move myself up in the company. Okay. Then over here, if I really perform, if I get to $15,000, my manager told me I might contend for a trophy, and the top 25 representatives are going to win a trophy. And if I did that, that would make a huge statement to my division manager and possibly advance with the company. These are some of the records that they have for all the different levels. Also, scholarship. Remember I told you on the phone about the scholarship? Yeah, so this is what I'm really excited. Remember I told you I'm really focused on paying for school? So here's what's really cool. The top 50 sellers, okay, are going to win a scholarship to pay for school. The money is not a lot. In fact, the number one scholarship amount is enough, I think, to just pay for the books for the school year, maybe. But it's to say that I finished top 50 in a multi-million-dollar marketing corporation. That's what's really impressive for my resume. And I'm just trying to pitch in as much as I can for school. Okay. And then last thing, I'm really excited about this leadership program. It's called TLA, the Leadership Academy. And for my major, I'm a pre-med major, and I want to run my own practice, but I need business skills. And what they have is a program through college that while I'm selling Cutco, while I'm taking my classes, while I'm getting my good grades, while I'm doing baseball, I have a chance to go through this program. I'm going to get interviewed in August if I sell enough, where I'm going to learn business skills and people skills and how to manage my own money. And I'm really excited because it's going to help give me an edge before I graduate. And I want to be able to graduate and get all the jobs in my major. And this is one of those programs that really helps me out. Okay, so those are my goals. Okay, like I said, you don't have to buy anything. So if you do see something today, okay, whether you want to stock your whole kitchen, get all your gifts for the holidays right now, or if you just want to get a small set to start, please get it today because it would really help me out. I'll stop. You see that? So what am I starting to do? I'm starting to frame reference here. Law of contrast. Okay. See how you guys see how I shared the goals first. Okay. So far so good. Okay. Now let me give you this is my favorite part afterwards. So you share all the goals. Like I said on the phone, you don't have to buy anything, but if you do see something you like, Miss Claire, whether you want to stock your whole kitchen like some people do with Cutco or buy all your gifts for the holidays, or maybe you just want to start with a small set to get started, like some of our customers do. If you do see something you like, I ask that you get it today because it would really help me out with my goals. And with that being said, right, I want to start by saying that Cutco is not a pity sale. It's too expensive for a pity sale. All right, I already want to start planting the seed that this stuff is not cheap. And I also don't want them to think this is a pity sale. Mrs. Jones, with that being said, I want to start by saying that Cutco is not a pity sale. I definitely didn't slide up for pity sales. So please don't feel like you have to buy. In fact, the stuff is way expensive just to be nice. Okay? But I am going to warn you. That a lot of people are buying this stuff right now. Okay? In fact, let me show you some orders. See what I did? So I'll do it again. So these are my goals, Miss Claire, and that TLA program is really going to help me for my future. I want to be able to graduate and get all the jobs that I want. But like I said on the phone, you don't have to buy anything. But if you do see something you like maybe you want to stack your whole Cutco kitchen, like some people do, or buy all your holiday gifts, or maybe you just want to get a small set to start. If you see something, please get it today because it helps me with those goals. But I want to also let you know that Cutco's not a pity sale, so please don't buy just to pity me. In fact, I didn't sign up for pity sales. It's too expensive to be a pity sale. If you like it, get it. If not, don't buy it just because of me. Okay. In fact, though, I want to warn you. I've been selling a lot of Cutco. In fact, let me show you some of my bigger orders here. Okay. And just to show you, like, this is 1,350. That's like a laptop. I'll say that to them. Why? Because I want to remind them that you've spent money like this. So this is like a laptop, and there's 4,000. So as you can see, I have been selling quite a bit, and I just leave them there. Okay. And then this is my entrance into the presentation. So you can see that a lot of people in this play are buying right now, and one of the reasons is not because they just have $3,000 laying around to spend on my product. Stop. I just helped you sell a lot. This is Jones. You can see I'm selling a lot, and the reason isn't because people just have $3,000 in cash laying around just to buy my product. What am I kind of already telling them? The price. I'm already showing the prices for $3,000. Now, what if they think that's a lot of money? That's okay. Everything here is cheaper. Or they go, $3,000. Okay, let's see what you got. Maybe I'll sell more. Mrs. Jones, the reason I'm selling so much is it's not because people have $3,000 in cash just laying around they want to spend on my product, okay? It's because it happens to be the company's biggest contest period of the season. It's called our SC2 push that I told you about, and I can give discounts that you can't get anytime ever. In fact, it's like Black Friday right now, like Black Friday but during the summer. And who loves shopping during Black Friday? All moms. When do stores sell the most? Black Friday. So now I'm referencing, what do you got? Because ready? Who's ever seen Black Friday sales? They're silly. Here's a $4,000 computer for $50. I mean, it's not that bad. But you see these dropping prices. I want them to know that we do the same exact thing here. Okay? So by you buying does help me with my goals, and I can promise you by the time we're done, you will agree with me that Cutco is one of the most intelligent investments you can possibly make. And by the way, since I'm new, you don't mind if I just read my manual, okay? Great. Stop there. So that's just on the first page. What are you taking away? What's the... You didn't like it? Sorry. Okay, bad. Sean.
Goal sharing is so important to everyone.
Yeah, you have to share the goals because... Okay. Brock.
I like how you said it's not a pity sale, it's too expensive to be a pity
Yeah,
sale.
Mr. Jones, it's not a pity sale. You can buy a pizza for me for my baseball team for Joe Corby Pizza. Right? You can buy this gift wrap paper when I'm in middle school for a pity sale, which I bought a lot of paper in my day, and popcorn and pizzas and candy bars for the football team on the highway. I bought all those are pity sales. Or Girl Scouts. Genius. You can't say no. Right? Time out. It's the smartest marketing idea. Smarter than Cutco's. You take these little 7, 8-year-old girls, they put them in front of my church. You can't say no. You're going to hell. Right? You walk out and say, hi, would you? Oh my God. Sorry. I always buy 5 or 10 boxes, and they're just I just give them away as gifts. I don't eat them. Take away.
That you're like telling the price, like showing.
Yeah, you're kind of showing the price and showing the big order. So far, so good? Okay. Then, number 4, it says transition to accessories. So after you cut the shears, you cut the penny with the shears. Okay? Mrs. Jones, here's the penny, here's the penny, and then you use the peeler, you peel something. Mrs. Jones, also, let me show you some of our other accessories that our customers really like to add to their sets. I'm going to go here. I don't go to the big booklet. I just go here. Okay? Because it happens to be part of the pamphlet for the kitchen. I go here. I say, these are some really great accessories that people also like to add onto their sets. ... What you're going to offer for free later. Okay. We have our 6-piece stainless accessory kits for serving. We've got our bacon serve set. We have our kitchen tool set for cooking, essentially. We have our gadgets, which is our wine opener and can opener. We have our entertainment pack when you're entertaining pizza, ice cream, peeler, cheese knife, and of course our barbecue set. Okay. And I just want to get an idea, and what might they say if one of them kind of catches them on a positive note? What are some things you think they might say if they happen to barbecue a lot? Or go ahead, bro.
Oh, my husband can use it.
Oh yeah, these are great.
Yeah.
Ready? I'll make a note. I'll write down, and I always have a notebook here because I need paper anyway to write prices. I'll write, okay, good to know, Mrs. Jones, and I'll write down barbecue set. Later when I offer something to buy, what am I going to get for free?
Barbecue set.
The barbecue set. I find out what they're excited about. That's what I'm going to give for free. Not just throw out what I think they might like for free, like you guys do. You can get your kitchen tools, your shears, or your entertainment pack. What if they hate all three? What if they aren't that pumped? But someone will get excited about one of these. Okay. So far, so good? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Any other big takeaways from this sheet? Then we're going to go to the closing. I got to wrap up with you guys. Carlos, any add-ons?
Just thinking about the importance of genuine appreciation. You know, like when you close your book and you say like, "Hey, I just want to say thank you for letting me come over." You know, I made a lot of phone calls this week, and a lot of my friends are like sleeping in, and I'll get in my office at 7:30, and I just want to say thanks for letting me come over because this is like really helping me out a lot.
Yeah.
You will make a sense.
Okay. Let's do this. So, small, medium, large. Last handout. Small, medium, large. Okay. So, where did we just leave off on the transition? Mrs. Jones, remember after the goals? Mrs. Jones, so I'm new. Do you mind if I just read from my manual? Okay. So let me show you some add-ons to this part. It's in the script here. Okay. Mrs. Jones, Miss Claire, I'm new, so do you mind if I read from my manual? Is that okay? Okay, great. Like I said in the phone, you don't have to buy anything, but if you see something like, you can get it today. Not only would you be getting a great product, you'd be helping me out too. Cutco is awesome. It's so good that some people like to stock their entire kitchen or buy other holiday gifts for the season. See that again? Or some people just buy a small set for themselves. That's like the fourth time I've said it. Okay. We also have interest-free monthly investment options, so you don't have to pay for it all at once. Miss Claire, just so I know, do you cook because you love to, because you have to, or because you don't cook at all? Which one are you? You know what a lot of them will say? What will a lot of them say? I don't cook at all. Great, you're going to sell them a homemaker. Okay? Miss Claire, just so I know, do you cook because you love to and only buy the best? Do you cook because you just have to, or do you not cook at all?
Because I have to.
Yeah, you know, it's funny, we have a set for all three people, so no one can say, oh, honey, I don't really cook, so I don't need knives. Well, everyone needs knives, everyone needs pots, everyone needs forks and spoons. Okay? Okay, great, Mrs. Jones. Now watch. If they say, look in the middle, if they say, I don't cook, or I have to cook, if they say the two smaller ones, I say, oh, that's good, Mrs. Jones, so I won't show you how to stock your entire kitchen with Cutco, because that would just be too much and way more expensive. I'll just show you the smaller sets. Right? I'll do it again. Say you don't cook at all. Or I have to. Mrs. Jones, do you cook as you love to, you have to cook, or you don't cook at all?
I don't cook at all.
Okay, good. I'm glad you told me. So I won't show you the whole kitchen. That's too expensive. That's too much. I'll just show you the smaller sets. Now you have a customer going, okay, yeah, I don't want the big stuff. I'm just going to show the small stuff. What if she says, I love to cook. So do you cook because you love to, you have to, or you don't cook at all?
I love to.
You're the cook, huh?
I'm the cook.
Okay, well, I'm going to show you the whole kitchen. And if that doesn't work, worst case, we can get you a small set to get started. See a lot of contrast? Cool? The customer is saying, I don't cook at all. It's really bad when you say, or you already have a customer that might be defensive. I don't cook, so I don't need your product. It's like, okay, Mr. John, then I won't pressure you. I'm not going to show you the big kitchen because that's going to be expensive, and I don't want to pressure you. I'll show you the smaller sets. I mean, how many of you have ever had a customer, honey, can I just buy a few pieces to help you out? Well, I'll just buy a few pieces. My customers say, honey, I'll just get a smaller set to help you out. I can't do that kitchen. That'd be okay with me. Can I just get that homemaker? Does that help you? Okay. Okay.
What?
By the way, does it help them?
Yes.
Okay. Next page, or page 6, training names and uses. Okay. So your training manual looks like this on page 6. It says, Mrs. Jones, you can buy individual pieces, which is right. Mrs. Jones, you can buy individual pieces, but most customers agree that over a lifetime, sets are much better value. It's important to have the right tool for the right situation because of safety and efficiency. And this is where I pull out the sheet. Okay, so you're on this. This is where you're on right now. And you're on page 6 and 7. So, Miss Claire, you can buy individual pieces, but most customers agree that sets are much better value. It's important to have the right tool for the right situation because of its safety and efficiency. Now, just want you to know, we have 3 basic starter sets. We have a small, a medium, and a large, not homemaker, signature, complete. We have a small, a medium, and a large. You see that? Okay. The small is for people that we have two larger sets for people who have to cook and love to cook, but I'm going to start off with the one for people who don't cook. Okay. You see that? But I'm going to start showing you the one for people who don't cook first. If you want to get something big, or you want to get one of the other ones, we can do that too. It has the minimum number of tools to do 100% of the jobs in your kitchen as efficiently as possible. It's the best over value, and it starts with your paring knife. So what have I done? I framed that the homemaker is what? For people who don't cook. Okay, any questions so far? Then you go to your closing. How's the closing start? Mr. Jones, Cutco's the best, so we only compare to the best. So what do you show them? You guys remember this part?
Yes.
Okay, so page 8 is the same. All you have from page 8, you end with this. Mrs. Jones, at twice the quality and value, you're talking over twice the price. At twice the price, you're talking over
$3,000.
$4,000 for your set of Cutco. Okay, that's normal. You don't change that. Then you go to the next page. Miss Claire, you're talking over $4,000. Okay. Mrs. Jones, you're talking over $4,000 for your set of Cutco. Let me show you what you get. And what do you normally say? This is our homemaker set for people cooking average amount 2 to 3 times a week. You guys know that? Okay. And so, Mrs. Jones, you're talking over $4,000 for a set of Cutco. Let me show you what you get. Okay. I turn to this page. As I said earlier, some people like to stock. As I said earlier, some people like to stock their entire kitchen with Cutco. That would be a set, pots and pans, and that would be forks and spoons to match. Okay? And some just go with one of our smaller sets. What am I doing? That's the law of contrast. Okay, I'll start again. Mrs. Jones, you talked over $4,000 for your set of Cutco. Let me show you what you get. Some people, Mrs. Jones, like I said before, like 10 times, like to stock their entire kitchen with Cutco. That would be picking one of our smaller sets, picking their set of forks and spoons, and then picking their pots and pans. Okay? While other people just go with one of our smaller sets. Okay? And we call those the small, the medium, and the large. Okay? The small is for people who don't cook at all. Okay? And it comes with your 10 basic necessity tools. It says, Mrs. Jones, these are for people who don't cook, but you need knives. It has 8 table knives. It does also come with kitchen tools and super shears. So it looks kind of like this. Okay? Time out. That's what we call a kitchen system. That's when you sell the homemaker, kitchen tools, and shears together. I never sell just the homemaker by itself. Okay? That's from the SLDM. I'll start over. Mrs. Jones, as I said earlier, some people like to stock their whole... you're talking over $4,000 for your set of Cutco. Miss Claire, let me show you what you get. Some people like to stock their whole kitchen with Cutco. They would pick their small set, small, medium, large. They would pick their forks and spoons, and then they would pick their pots and pans. While other people just like to get a small set of Cutco. Okay? And so we have our small, our medium, and large. Small is for people who don't cook at all. Okay? This has just the 10 basic necessity tools. It does also come with 8 table knives at the bottom of the wood block, kitchen tools, and the shears. We have our medium set for people who have to cook, and it includes our basic necessity tools again, but it also has 10 table knives, and instead it also has our customer favorite knives, and there's only 3 of them. That's the Hardy Slicer, that's for really heavy aggressive cutting. The Petite Santoku is the Asian style knife, and then the cheese knife with the hole so that the cheese and any compressed food doesn't stick. Okay, and then we have the set for people who love to cook. Okay, it's called the large, and this one has all the basic necessities, all the meat, and all the veggie knives. Also, these 2 sets come with the scissors as well. Okay. Mrs. Jones, again, would you say that you don't cook at all, have to cook, or love to cook? Whichever one they say, that's the price I'm going to give. Whichever one. So once again, those are 3 sets, Miss Claire. So would you say you don't cook, you have to cook, or you love to cook?
I have to go.
You have to cook. Okay. Well, the great thing about that set, Mrs. Jones, it's not what? not $4,000. As a matter of fact, it's not as much as the Wusthof, which is $3,435. So that medium set, which looks like this, okay, the medium set for the people who have to cook is $2,062. And what's even better is that we have a 5-month interest-free payment plan, and that means it's only $441. That's with shipping and tax included. And I have a buy now bonus, Miss Claire. You guys know where I'm going with this. If you decide that you want to get your medium set today, that barbecue set, I can throw that barbecue set in for free. Or if you want to choose one of the other free items, you can do that for free. So I wouldn't be doing my job today if I didn't ask you this question. Did you want to go ahead and get the medium set and get the free barbecue set? Yeah, okay, congratulations. You're going to love your Cutco. Let me call my manager, Carlos, real quick just to check in. Stop. Okay? What are you taking from that? What are you learning? What stands out? What are you excited about? Any of the three? Or even from the back? Go ahead. Oh, you're just stretching. Mr. Ross.
It's like assuming the sale, like you're not questioning if they're gonna buy or not. You're just like everything you're saying is pretty much like they're gonna buy.
Okay. Good. What else?
Maybe set something small.
Yeah, how does the homemaker look now?
Small.
Yeah, like I'm going to help you out, kiddo. I'll help you out. Okay. Just so you have it, you guys can take a picture of this. Carlos, if you want to, and Sean, you want to verify the prices are up. I'm not sure if it's up to date. I'm pretty sure it is. So, oh, you like the fire? See that?
There you go. Now we're cooking.
Now we're cooking. Small is a homemaker, kitchen tools and shears. Medium is a signature. Okay. By the way, it's a signature with kitchen tools and shears. All of them come with kitchen tools and shears. Why? Because you always need kitchen tools and shears.
That's right.
Okay, and you can take a look at that. And I think I did table knives. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
But these are table knives, not steak. Yeah. Okay. If they want steak, it's higher. Okay. So that's the closing. Now, yes, sir.
Wait, so that's charging them for the kitchen tools, or
All three of them, kitchen tools and shears.
you're charging?
Oh, I'm sorry, kitchen tools. Yeah. Well, this one already has the shears in it. So, ready? If you go back to what I said, everyone needs to cut the food. Everyone needs to put it in pots and pans. Everyone needs to use forks and spoons. Everyone also needs to stir their food when they're cooking. So everyone needs a kitchen tool set. And I just find it strange why people would get a pair of scissors here and not there. So I just make sure all three have the scissors and all three have the kitchen tools. That's small, medium, large. Sean?
And that's awesome because now at discount price you can just get the kitchen tools for free.
Oh yeah, I mean,
They want a
that's a
discount.
whole nother, yeah. So if you need to call in for a deal, you just take out the kitchen tools, and get that for free.
It's $243 left.
I'm gonna give you a $243. Yeah. I'm gonna give you a $240 discount. Okay, yeah, that's a good deal. Let's do that. Now here's the thing. Notice I did not show you how to sell a kitchen. My presentation when I was number one in the nation did not rely on selling kitchens, but people will ask. That's why you have the price list, just in case you call Carlos. We'll work it out. But you're not trying to sell a kitchen. All the kitchen is doing is making these three look real tiny. But then you might have a customer. Thomas, honey, I want to see what the kitchen's like. Okay, well let me call my manager because I want to make sure I know how to customize it for you. Then that's the fun. That's a big sale. But I don't need you to get a lot of big sales. If you have 10 of these, you're not going to be mad. All right, let's do this. We're going to wrap up. I thank you for your extra 15 minutes. We have 2 more minutes. We'll wrap up. And we can stop the video. Yeah. Okay. How many of you feel like you got value from today?